everyone, it's Janet Wakeland here, back with part 3 of my July through December 2022 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog unboxing video, being done a little bit differently than I've done them in the past. The very first video looked at all 8 of the suites that are in that catalog. The second video looked at the standalone stamps as well as the Stampin' Die bundles, the Stampin' punch bundles, and then a few extra of the different dies that are available. So in this particular video, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what I call product shares. A great way for you to get a taste of all of the papers, embellishments, and ribbons, all of the fun extras that really inspire me when I'm creating. So let's go ahead and let's switch this camera around. And one of the things about my product shares is that I love to offer you choices. One of my favorite things in the world is a buffet. I love a buffet because I don't have to make up my mind selecting just one thing off of the menu. So with my product shares, you're going to have the opportunity to just get designer papers. You'll have an opportunity this time around to make yours a double, and I'll talk to you about that throughout the video. You have the opportunity to include ribbons and embellishments as part of your share. And then in addition, my shares will include a free sampling of the products from Celebration that begins in July. So the catalog that I am referencing is this mini catalog. Currently, demonstrators and those who are joining Stampin' Up! Can either add items from this to their kit or purchase items from this at 20% off. And currently, demonstrators can be earning Celebration items based on their purchases before their discount. And then this catalog, this series of products that I'm showing you, goes live for the public on July 1st. You can begin to pre-order my shares that I'm going to show you now, but you will not be billed until June 24th. So what we're going to start by looking at is the designer papers. Stampin' Up! Has several different types of designer papers. We have designer papers that are sold cut down to 6x6, so they come as 6x6 paper stacks. That's actually kind of my favorite for storage reasons. We have pre-printed note cards and envelopes. We have 12x12 cards, or designer paper, not cardstock, designer paper. And then we have designer paper and specialty paper. The difference between specialty paper and designer paper, specialty paper has a little extra. It has a little extra texture, it has a little extra glimmer, it might have foiling to it, whereas our just generic designer paper is matte finished, okay? So specialty paper, designer paper, 6x6, pre-printed note cards and envelopes, and paper. So let's take a look at this amazing stack. I mean, if you could just really see and feel how thick this is. My customers like to call this the brick. And so let's take a look at everything that you would get in a designer paper share from me. So let's start first with our 6x6 papers. And all of the paper, even the 12x12, will come as 6x6. It's a nice size for you to get several cards out of, depending on whether you're die cutting, punching, how much of it you're using on a card front. So you'll receive one each of the ones that I'm showing you. And you will have the option at a slightly discounted price to make it a double so that you could get 2 of each one of the squares that I'm showing you. And that's a new request from my customers, because the reason being is that there are times that you love both sides of the paper. If you get just one 6x6, it's really hard to kind of make up your mind what side you want, because you want to use both sides. So you'll have the opportunity to make yours a double with a discounted pricing on that double. So those are the 6x6 pieces from Stampin' Up! And as we move, just going through the sizes, you'll also receive the envelope that goes with this. So it'll look like this, but in the green, the spruce green. So you'll have 2 pre-printed note cards and the envelopes to give you a sample. And what's nice, oh, there's the envelope. And what's nice about a little sampling is it's kind of a try it before you buy it. Maybe you want to see the quality, you want to touch and feel it because you are shopping online. So it's nice to be able to get that sampling before you decide you do want a full pack of the papers. So remember, these are 12 by 12 and they will be cut down to approximately 6 by 6. And you'll receive either one of each or two of each, depending on which option you choose. So we'll keep going with the different papers that are there. This one just really excites me with its possibilities. Our gingham paper. Let's get some of the ribbon off to the side here for just a second. So lots of colors, great for all year round. Look at all of the prints in that pack. Isn't that just amazing? I have not yet counted up all of the total 6 by 6 squares. I will be doing that and you will see a total of all of them when you request a link for pricing information. These shares are just for those who live in the US and US territories. Since I am a demonstrator in the US, I can only sell to those who are part of the US territories or who live in the United States. If you do not live in the United States, you may want to use the demonstrator locator on the Stampin' Up! Website to find a demonstrator in your neck of the country or world. So I'm just kind of going through these. Some of these papers you've already seen in the previous videos. And you know what? They're not as much fun when they're upside down, are they? So let's turn them around there for a second. And I mentioned before, I find designer paper extremely inspiring. Whether it inspires a color combination, it inspires me to pair it with a stamp set or a die or something that I already have, adding value to that. But designer paper for me really does fuel my creativity. I love having paper around. So many things that you can do with paper. Fun folds, die cutting, punching, using scraps, altering it, scrapbooking, paper craft art, whether you're framing it, but just lots of possibility with paper. Our sweet gnomes. And again, it's just a nice sampling of all of these papers that you'll receive. Look at all of the paper, guys. It's just an amazing catalog that's just so full of goodies. You will craft all cold winter long with all of these beautiful papers. This paper here that I'm going to show you has a little secret. This paper is only available to you when you host a personal order of $100 or $50 or more, but I will be including it in my share so that you don't need to spend that $150 to at least get a sampling of one. When you do host that personal order and select this as a choice, the pack actually has 48 sheets in it. So you would have 48 sheets of paper that you could purchase with your host dollars. And again, you don't need to host a traditional party. You can indeed host a personal order. But these samples will be included in my share. Look at that. Fireworks. So just variety for year-round use. And of course our papers, almost all of them are double-sided, at least our plain designer paper is. Not all of our specialty prints are. Some are, but not all of them. So you will get a sampling of that. And then the next papers that I'm going to show you are exclusive to Celebration. In order to receive if you were to want all of the papers, is what I'm trying to say, of the Celebration, you would have to spend $250 to receive the paper packs and stuff like that. So without having to spend $250, you'll get a sampling of what would be free gifts with purchase. So one of the options during Celebration are these beautiful seafoam note cards and envelopes that are pre-printed. Another option during Celebration is a pack of these metallic papers in silver and gold and pre-cut as 6 by 6. Another option for you to select during Celebration is these beautiful papers here. They do have a coordinating, did I go the wrong way yet? Hold on. hold on. Sorry about that. I don't want to confuse you, just so you can see them together. These ones do have a coordinating stamp set. I love that the papers in the July to December catalog and the celebration offerings are not all geared towards Halloween and winter holidays. You've got some beautiful florals and a little bit of the colors that kind of make it have a little bit of a fall feel, but not necessarily a fall feel. We still have a lot of these beautiful deep florals that are blooming. So that's another celebration offering. Yet another celebration offering is this paper here. And we do have a stamp set and a hybrid embossing folder that works with this, our tree rings. So you have this beautiful fun paper here. And these celebrations will be a free gift with your purchase of a designer paper stack. And then we have our specialty papers. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this vellum. Look at this, how fun is that? We've got our beautiful snowflakes, and it's a nice heavy vellum. This one has just the beautiful spots. This is flocked, so when you run your fingers over it, it's got that touchy-feely, and then you've got your flocked. So some of those papers. This really doesn't translate to the camera well, but this is velvet. And it does die cut, it does stamp, you can color it, you can alter it, you can punch it. And then we have our beautiful foils, and you can see in the camera light here just how shiny they are. So you have 6 of these, and these are single-sided. So you have those 6 beautiful prints to work with. Then you have these foils here. And again, these are also single-sided. So just some really fun prints. And you may have noticed as we've gone through here already that cross coordination where maybe you can see, for example, looking at this little fall pack here. And then if I grab in these foils, how they go together. So everything mixes and matches really well. And then lastly, we have these glimmer papers here. So you're going to receive a 6x6 piece of every single thing that you just saw in that quick paper presentation with my designer paper stack. And you'll have the option of making some of the papers a double, and all of those details are in the link that you can click on in the description below. You will also have the option of adding on ribbon and getting a sample of all of the really fun new ribbons, adding that little bit of extra fun to your projects and things, as well as samplings of different embellishments. I don't have them all here at the table, but that as well. The exact content, how many papers, how many yards of ribbon, the pricing, will all be in that link for you. You can pre-order them beginning now. You will not be charged until June 24th. The benefit of getting in on my very first order is that I always overnight my very first order of a new catalog, which means that you get a much quicker turnaround when ordering your shares through me. So if you have any questions, make sure you use that link below. And if you also don't have a demonstrator in the US and want a copy of our catalogs, you can also use the links below in the description to reach out to me to request your copy of the catalog. So I look forward to sharing all of the amazing stuff in these catalogs. And it's not really stuff, is it? It's exclusive, amazing, over-the-top, wonderful, just smile-making, exclusive paper crafting supplies. It's not stuff. We don't have craft stuff. We have amazing craft collections, guys. So I can't wait to share my craft collection with you over the next couple of months. Thanks, guys.